Hello my friends and welcome to this video. I hope you're doing well. So in this video we are going to talk about Cloudflare CDN and Cloudflare's clean IP, and we're going to show you how to find Cloudflare's clean IP addresses. Before anything, make sure to check out our GitHub page, which you can find many helpful tutorials from the beginning of the installation until use your own configs on different clients on different platforms like Android, iOS, and desktop. And also make sure to subscribe to our YouTube channel where you can find many new videos and tutorials, and make sure to hit the bell icon to never miss any new videos and stay up to date. Stay tuned. So first, let's take a look at how does the Cloudflare CDN works. So here, imagine this is you, and you want to connect to a website or an application on the free internet. Here are two possible options. First one is that this website or this app is not censored or filtered by the ISP or your government, so you can easily and directly connect to that service or app and use it. But the second possible option is that this service or app has been filtered or censored by your government or operator. So in this case, you are going to rent a VPS server which has access to the free internet, and you're going to connect to that server. Here you are a client and you're going to connect to that server which is not filtered by your ISP, of course, and that server will redirect your traffic to the free internet and you will connect to your desired application or website. But some governments has advanced technologies for filtering traffic. So in this case, your server's IP address will be compromised to filtering system, and they will filter your server's IP address easily. So in this case, you need to change your server's IP address or buy a new VPS server, and this will cost charges for you, of course. So now what we are going to do is we will use CDN service. There are plenty of CDN providers, but one of the most famous and well-known one is the Cloudflare. By using Content Delivery Network or CDN, you as a client will connect to one of the random IP addresses of the Cloudflare, and the Cloudflare will proxy your traffic through his own servers to your server. With this method, your server's IP address won't be compromised to the filtering system. And if you already have a VPS server that its IP address has been filtered, you can use that server by this method again, because the one who sees your IP address is Cloudflare, not the ISP. And if any IP address is going to be filtered by the ISP, it will be one of the million IPs of the Cloudflare. Because many of crucial websites and services using this CDN service, governments cannot limit the access to the CDNs, or it's better to say they cannot shut these CDN services completely. They can limit that, but they cannot completely shut it down. But when the traffic increases to the IP addresses of these CDNs, the filtering system will filter these IP addresses. So if you find your own clean IP address of the Cloudflare, the IP will last more than others for you. So first of all, we need to add CDN subdomain to our Hiddify panel. Here, as you see, I'm using the latest version, which is 8.6.1. Go to settings and domains. So here you can see I've already added a direct domain which is pointing to my server's IP address. Go to your Cloudflare account. Under your registered domain, go to DNS and record. So here, this is my direct subdomain. We need to create a new subdomain. Select Add Record. We must add type A record because we're gonna use our server's IP version 4. Here I will set a name for my subdomain, and in this section I will copy my server's IPv4. So you have to turn proxy status on for your subdomain, because when you turn this switch off, all your traffic will go directly to your server's IP address. Here, as you see, my domain pointing to my server's IPv4. It means that my server's IPv4 is visible by the filtering system and they can limit or filter it easily. But when I turn the switch on, my subdomain pointing to my server's IPv4, but all traffic will be proxied through the Cloudflare's servers. So I copy the subdomain that I've created and save my record. So as you see, the proxy status is on for this subdomain. Head back to the Hiddify panel. Create a new domain. Of course, we should use CDN. And I will paste the domain that I've already created and copied. In the alias section, I will choose a name for this domain. Just save it. So I just apply configs and wait until this progress bar hits the end. So here we have two domains. First one is the direct one and the other one is Cloudflare CDN, which here you can see a random IP of Cloudflare has been set for this subdomain. Okay, let's add a config to see if it works or not. Go to the users. Open the user links to go to the user panel. Here I'm using Hiddify N for desktop. I just simply click on Tap to import and choose Hiddify N. So my subscription has been added to the program. By pressing Ctrl and R, you can run a delay check to see if these configs are working or not. So here I will choose VLS WS TLS and I try to connect to this config. I just disconnected from the VPN. So how are we going to find a proper clean Cloudflare IP for our own? We are going to use a scanner to scan Cloudflare's IP addresses. Go to Hiddify GitHub page. Under Hiddify server, wiki, find all tutorials and videos. Scroll down to find CDN and tunneling. And here you can see contents related to Cloudflare's clean IP. So open the link. So here are a couple of scanners which we can use to find the clean IP. But in this video we are going to talk about Mr. by C's scanner, which I think this one is one of the best by far. You can see we can run this scanner on Linux or on Windows, which we are going to use Windows version. Here there are some prerequisites. You need to have .NET Desktop Runtime version 6 installed on your machine. If you don't have, you can use this link to download and install this program on your computer. I have already installed this program before. So here it says that first download that desired version from this link. I will open this link in a new tab. Just scroll down to find Windows and click on the link. If you scroll down, you're gonna find releases. Just click on that. Here it says that the latest Windows version from here. Just simply click on the link and scroll down to find download links. In this page you will find two options, which first one is belong to systems with 64-bit architecture and the other one is for systems with 32-bit architecture, which mine is 64-bit, and I have already downloaded this file and stored it on my hard. Just extract the zip file, open the folder, just ignore everything else and focus on wincfscan.exe. So this is the app's environment. As you see, it says that all IPs are ready to be scanned. Here you can find all IP addresses and IP ranges of the Cloudflare that the app has found. Here 217 IP addresses were selected, which is many of them. I can simply click on the Start Scan to start scanning, but I'm not going to do that. Here you can choose the minimum download speed, which 100 kilobytes is fine for me. And here you can choose the minimum upload speed, which 50 kilobytes is fine for me. Also, you can choose how does these IPs get scanned, depending only on their download, only upload, or both upload and download. Also here the concurrent option will determine how many simultaneous threads will be processed, which this related to your machine's hardware. So we want to scan the Cloudflare's IP addresses according to our own internet provider and configs. So head back to the GitHub page. It says that we need to check TLS handshake to see if our subdomain is working. Okay, we need to open the command prompt in the folder that we extracted the program files. So here press left shift and click right in the blank area of the folder and open the terminal. But if you are using the old Windowses, in the address bar just simply type PowerShell. So I will open that by the first method. We have a command that we need to enter to the terminal. Make sure you enter the command correctly and at the end type your CDN subdomain. So this is my CDN subdomain. Press enter, and as you see, the handshake succeeded. So it means that our subdomain is working correctly. But if it didn't work, you have to change some settings temporarily. In your Cloudflare account, you have to put TLS version to 1 and turn off the TLS 3. You can do this under the TLS SSL Edge certificate. So here I don't need to change any settings. The next step is to make a JSON file of our config and add it to the scanner. So here we are using VLS, WS, and TLS. This is VMS. The next one is VLS, but it's gRPC. The other one is Trojan. And this is the config format that we are looking for. In case of making sure, just double check it. Copy the example template and create a .txt file. I'll rename that and paste the template. You need to replace all X's with proper information of your own config. You can find all of these informations under your config in the client program. So the port is 443 and the username, your UUID. I'll paste it here. Server name is my SNI. And enter the path, but make sure to do not copy this / at the beginning. And the last one is host. Just save these files as .json file as I show you. So open the program. Under the tools, select add custom v2ray config. Find the file that you just created and add it to the program. Just wait a second and it shows the success message. So we are ready to go. Just make sure to select the config that you just added. And here set the speed according to your connection's quality. I will select only download to scan IPs according to their download speed in the first round. And here under the Cloudflare's IP ranges, I will select some of them. So I hit the scan and wait just to see if any IP will be found or not. I will wait to find at least 100 IP addresses and I stop the scan. When you hit the stop, it will take a bit to really stop. So if you couldn't find any IPs, under the tools and download timeout, just increase this value to 6 or even 10. So I want to check the download and upload at the same time for round 2. Under the scan results, you can see all results for your scans. Okay, I just hit the scanning results button and wait until the scan is finished. I will copy the fastest IP address and I will paste it in my Hiddify config to see if it works or not. I'll paste it in the address section. And as you see, it's connected, and after that, head back to your Hiddify panel and edit your CDN subdomain. So in the section that says force config to use following IPs, add the IP that you just found. If you have more than one IP address, you can add IPs in the format that I just showed you, one by one and each in a new line. But it's better to make a new subdomain and put these IP addresses under that subdomain. It's recommended to make a new subdomain for each IP address and put each IP address under a new subdomain. So go to your Cloudflare's account, under DNS records, make a new A record. Just choose a name for that. And under the IPv4 address, paste the clean IP that you have found. Make sure to disable proxy status, because we want to directly connect to this IP address. And if the proxy status is on, our config is not going to work. Copy the subdomain and save the record. Head back to the panel and enter the subdomain that you just created in the force config to use section and save it. I will just enter the subdomain in the address section manually. So make a delay check. And as you see, the ping is much better. Why? Because its IP have been found according to my own config. And you can access to your scans result from here in the program. And also you can have results files in the JSON format in the results section where you extracted the program files. At the end, make sure to subscribe to our YouTube channel and hit the bell icon to never miss any new video and always be up to date. I hope it's been informative for you, and I would like to thank you for viewing this video. Stay tuned.